You've made it to the 9th gym leader. You know what that means. Welcome back to everybody, and first things first here, it looks like we are going to be having a new series on this channel, and it's going to be called Set Scan Saturday. So this video should be coming up a little later on Saturday on the 16th, and it seems like whenever we get these scans, a lot of people do reviews of them, so that's what we're going to be doing. So every Saturday we get new scans. We're going to be throwing them up on the channel here. So it looks like we have every single scan for these cards, and I'm not quite sure. It's 140 of Single Strike and Rapid Strike Master. It's going to be called Battle Styles for us, but Japan does two separate sets, so it have a Single Strike Master, and Rapid Strike Master. So we're going to be going through these. Some of these I've already looked at, so we're going to breeze past the ones that I have looked at. Go check out my news video if you want to see those. So also, we're not going to be we're going to be clicking on every single one of them just to see the art. But like Cacnea, like basic like HP 70 Pokemon, unless they have an ability, we're not going to take a look at. However, like with like the evolutions, there is a chance that it could be pretty good. So we're going to be using that. But why don't we just get started? You guys came here to see scans. You guys came here to read them. So let's go. So we got Cacnea. That's actually a pretty cool art. We got Cacturn. He does have an attack down here, just the 70 more if he has a dark energy attached to him, because he is a dual type. So that would do 130. Durant. Now Durant was known for Mildex, and it looks like it's still going to happen. For 2 colorless energy, for each Durant in play, discard the top card of your opponent's deck. That could be really game-changing for Mildex, but the problem is it takes a twin energy, so that's a special energy. You only have 4 in the deck unless you run it in a fire deck somehow with Welder, so you can't really do too much, but I still feel Durant's going to be shown. Scatterbug. Not really. A surprise attack, flip a coin if tails, attack fails, and it does 30. Not, whatever. Then we have Spupa. It's a pretty good art. I actually like that. It shows the colors really well. Vivillon. That's a really cool, like a shape style art. It's really good. It's really good. Heal all damage from 2 of your bench Pokemon for 1 colorless energy on Vivillon. It's called Vital Powder, so that's pretty good. We got to our first V, so we have Flapple V for 190. That is a cool card. For 190 HP, his first attack is Sour Saliva for a grass energy. 20 damage, and during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon's attacks cost 2 colorless more, which is pretty fun to do, especially against Zacian. Grass, like I could see Flapple being thrown in once or twice, just because you would need to do like 2 Intrepid Blades to get him ready. So that could work out. 1 retreat costs fire weakness, and then his next attack for a grass and 2 colorless is wing attack for 120. And then he got a VMAX. Let's see here. Oh my god. That is terrifying. So 320 HP for the VMAX, 3 retreat costs, so can't work for buff padding. Very close, but no cigar. Gmax roll 250 minus damage. We don't see that very often. And basically what that does is this attack does 10 less damage for each damage counter on Flapple VMAX. So there's a very good chance that it could do nothing if you have 250 damage on you. So. And we get a legendary beast, Entei. Heat Thatch, you can attach a fire energy from your hand to this Pokemon, and then you can leave him burned for the next attack, 130. Just going to be a holo rare, it looks, so it's a good art. And we have our first single strike Pokemon, Tepig. Single strike. It doesn't do much here. Again, we don't know how, I don't personally know how single strike and rapid strike are going to work, so we're just going to have to see, but not really anything to write home about. 2 retreat costs, so our balloon works. 80 HP, pretty high. So we're going to move on to Pignite, still single strike. He is fat boy. Whoa, he is fat boy. Again, attacks nothing to write home about, but he does have a 3 retreat cost, so the air balloon will not work anymore. And it looks like we have Embor here, a actual English card, which is pretty cool. Embor, 180 HP, stage 2, single strike. His ability, Fighting Fury Stance. Your single strike Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Whoa. Okay, just like play 3 of them in the deck and you can casually do another 90 if you play single strikes. I like how they're adding this battle style. I really like it because it does add another dimension to the game where you don't have to rely on tools or trainers to do more damage. It's going to be really cool. I think, at least. I know everybody's going to get tired of it eventually, me included, but yeah, it's going to be cool. Salandit, you can just search your deck for a Pokemon and put it in your hand. Nice little clay art. I like that. And Salazzle, we've already talked about, and I can't wait to use it. I'll just go through it really quick. Taunt and Burn does 90 times 90 for each special condition when you're active, when your opponent's active. So, not bad. We have Electabuzz. That is probably the coolest art for that we've had for Electabuzz in a long time. Please make Electabuzz good. Please. Hashtag make Electabuzz great again. Oh my god. Big Punch, and he can't use Big Punch for 1 Electric Energy 30. That's a pre-release card, man. You know how there's some cards in the set where you're just like, that's definitely a card just to use a pre-release? That's what that is. But we do have Electivire here, so maybe he'll bring it home for the boys. 140 HP. Tumbling attack for 3 colorless. Flip a coin if heads. This attack does 30 more damage. Gross. And Lightning Slap. You can't use Lightning Slap, and it's for 4 energy, 1 colorless, 3 electric, 180. That is bad. So he's not going to be used at all. We've gone through Tapu Koko V and Tapu Koko V Max. Just a quick little overview. Excuse me. Tapu Koko V I can see very well being used. Just because it does 20 plus 40 for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. Just think they've been using Zacian to use Intrepid Blade for the first like 2-3 turns. And they've been getting really good draws. Boom. Tapu Koko comes up. GG's. And then we have the VMAX. The VMAX, not the most inspired art. I really don't like it. This is the art I like more of him. Sketched out style. You can see like it looks like wood here because he's a totem pole, a part of a totem pole, so that's pretty cool. Max Shock doesn't really do too much. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, it's paralyzed. That can only work early game if you've been back a little bit. So we have Yamper. That is adorable. That is so cute. Oh my god. So his ability is Fetch the Ball. I would die for this Yamper. Once during your turn, you may play this card from your hand onto your bench, and you may put 1 Pokeball and 1 Great Ball card from your discard pile into your hand. That's pretty cool. People aren't playing Pokeball or Great Ball. I've seen people play Great Ball. I can't lie. It would be better if he could look for any ball, anything with ball in it. So like Quick Ball or anything like that, but that's still pretty cool. We have Boltund. Boltund, 30 damage, can't retreat. Your opponents can't retreat. Okay, that's pretty cool. So Defiant Spark. If Boltund has any damage counters for his second attack on him, it only costs 1 electric energy to do 130. So that's pretty decent. Our first Galarian Slowpoke. Tempting Tail, flip a coin if heads, switch your opponent's active Pokemon with under their benched. This comes a time where it's just like a gust of wind. You get to choose, they do not. We have Spoink here. Nothing to write home about. I love that art, though. It's a nice, like, sparkly winter land, it looks. It looks like snow falling. It's pretty cool. We got Grumpig. That is weird. That is a weird, like, abstract Picasso type of thing. That's really weird. Again, nothing to write home about. We have Chimecho. I like that. I kind of like that. Minor errand running, search your deck for 2 basic energy and reveal and put them in your hand. And then Gentle Chime, the defending Pokemon's asleep, and it does 20. Esper. That's a cute art. Esper always just looks like it's seen something horrific. So nothing big there. Meowstic. That's a pretty cool art. I like that. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may move 1 damage counter from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So that can stack, but it won't be doing much because his attack doesn't work with that. So that could see some play, but not really. I don't think so. We've gone over Mimikyu. We don't need to go over Mimikyu, but he's my boy. He's really, really good. But you know what? Yeah, I'll go through it really quick. You can only use the ability once per turn. It's Dummy Doll. When you play this card from your hand onto your bench until the end of your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon, which is pretty good. And then Envying Eyes for 1 Psychic, put 3 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon for each prize card your opponent has taken. So I could see that being used in some sort of rogue deck. And we have Mankey and Primeape, single strike Pokemon. We're just going to go right to Primeape. Well, let's see the art for Mankey. There we go. It's cool. He's training on a mountain, and he is completely destroying the mountain. So he has nowhere to train anymore. He has a single strike. So Field Crush, you can discard any stadium in play for 20 for a colorless. And his retreat cost is 2, so you can Air Balloon. 2 Fighting Energies, Frenzy Bomb, 50 times 50 for each of your bench Pokemon with any damage counters on them. Not bad. We got Gligar. Basic art. I like it. Glysaur, one of those pre-release type Pokemon. Doesn't really do much at all. You don't have to worry about that. Roly-Poly, sad Roly-Poly, sad Gary Coleman. And we got Carkol here. Nothing too much either. Just does 10 damage to itself for Wild Tackle for 4 energy. Can't even use buff padding on that. But then down at this Colossal, you can use buff padding for that. Coal Cannon for his first attack, 90 times damage. So you would flip a coin for each energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 90 damage for each heads. It's pretty nifty, I guess. Wild Tackle does 250 to itself. Yeah. We have Stonejourner here, who is a single strike. Doesn't really do much. It just does 30 more for the first attack if there's a stadium in play, and then he can't use Giga Hammer during his next turn, which is the second attack. Now here are the Urshifus. This is the mascot. So this is a single strike Urshifu, laser focus. Well, first of all, he has 220 HP, fighting Pokemon, Psychic Weakness, to retreat, so you can use Air Balloon. For 1 Fighting Energy, Laser Focus, search your deck for up to 2 Fighting Energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Impact Blow for 180, he can't use it next turn. But then you just evolve into VMAX. So you can use Beatdown, or you can use Gmax 1 Blow. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active. Not great. You don't want to discard your energies at all. Honestly, I could see people using Memory Capsule so that you could use Laser Focus when he's a VMAX and be able to hit Gmax 1 Blow like 2 turns later. But by that time, against normal decks, he's gone. So I don't know if he'll see any play. Zubat, that is cool. A Crochet Zubat, that is really cool. I like that. We got Golbat here. Big mouth Golbat. Big dumb mouth Golbat. Once during your turn, you play this card from your hand to evolve a Pokemon. You can draw 2. Okay. And Crobat. Oh, that's cool. I like that hollow that they chose for that. That's really cool. He has Hefty Draw ability. So once during your turn, when you play this card from your hand to evolve a Pokemon, you can draw 3. Okay. We have Galarian Slowbro. Evolves from Galarian Slowpoke. Scatter Poison, just both active Pokemon are poisoned. Frenzy Hammer, if he's affected by a special condition, he does 120 more. So he would do 220 here if he's affected by a special condition. That's insanity for a darkness and 2 colorless. That's great. For a darkness and a twin, and if you could figure out a way to, well, I mean, obviously Scatter Poison, but like, you don't want to be doing damage to yourself. You would want like to be like asleep or something. And I don't know. You can't really do that. So yeah, your only option is for poison, isn't it? Huh. That's not bad though. I can see people using it as a fun deck. We got Murkrow in a graveyard. That's morbid. We have Honchkrow. Insomnia, he can't be put asleep. An excited dive for a dark and 2 colorless 80 plus 80 if your opponent, active Pokemon has any special energy attached to it. And 2 retreat so you can use Air Balloon. Houndour, literally pulling what looks to be a mountain, but it's a big boulder. So it's confirmed Houndour built the pyramids. Awesome. Okay, Houndoom likes to make us read, it looks. So for 130 HP, Single Strike Houndoom. Single Strike Roar. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Single Strike energy card and attach it to one of your Single Strike Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. If you attached energy to a Pokemon in this way, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. So there's Single Strike energies. I guess we're going to be seeing those later. Tyranitar V. Single Strike, 230 for Dark Pokemon, Grass Weakness, Cragalanche. Discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Okay, you can use that with Durant as well. And Single Strike Crush for 2 Darkness, 2 Colorless, 240 damage. Discard the top 4 cards of your deck. So not your opponent's. We have more Pekko in his hangry mode. He is real mad. Oh my god. I really like the harsh lines in that, and then he's smooth. He's pretty smooth. I like that. Snack Grab, choose an item card from your discard pile, reveal it, put it in your hand. Hunger Tackle, if you have no cards in your hand, it'll do 110 for 1 dark. Mawile, Single Strike. We have Clamping Vice, just paralyzes them if you get heads for 20 damage. Nothing really to write home about. Bronzor, here's Bronzor. And then we have Bronzong. We've talked about him before, but he has Metal Trans. You can just move your metal energies around freely. It's really good. Honedge. Oh, he looks sad. He's protecting a flower. That's adorable. That is adorable. We have Doublade. Nothing really to write home about with these guys, but we have Aegislash with an ability, so let's read it. Stance change. Once during your turn, before your attack, you may switch this Pokemon with an Aegislash in your hand. Any cards attached to this Pokemon, damage counter, special conditions, turns in play, and other effects remain on the new Pokemon. Why? Is he... Oh, there's a defense form. Never mind. That made no sense to me. Okay, I get it. I get it now. So here is the defense form. He has stance change again. So why don't we look at the attacks this time? This is his attack form. 2 metal, 1 colorless, full metal blade, 210, discard 2 metal energy from him. Oh, and then you want to switch out after like your next turn, go to this one, and you only have to attach 1 energy, and then you can do 70 with Gigantobash, 70 damage during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from Pokemon VMAX. Oh my god, that Aegislash is going to get so annoying. Oh, dude, there's got to be something with that. That would be hilarious to do to people. We have Spearow and Fearow, pre-release Pokemon. That's what I call them. Lickitung, just, that is terrifying. I would not want to see that running towards me, especially in a dark alley or on a beach where I'm not wearing any clothes, except for swim trunks. I don't go to nude beaches. You do. Licky is here. We have Licky Choice. I think I went through these. These weren't that great. It's not great. So you're gonna use them in a mill deck with Licky Choice because you discard the top 3 cards of their deck, or you can have them discard 3 cards in their hand. But yeah, you can use him with Tyranitar, and you can use him with Durant in a mill deck. I might actually try to go for that. We have Stoutland V. Now I've heard chatter online about Stoutland V. I don't think I've seen this card. Second Bite for 3 colorless, 40 damage. If the defending basic Pokemon is knocked out by damage from this attack, take 1 more prize. Okay, so V's you can draw 3. That's not bad at all. I mean, you can get quick knockouts with Stoutland. Huh, that's not that bad. I mean, I can see it working. Unless there's some major combo I'm not thinking of right now, which is very possible because I just got off work, but... yeah, not bad. 3 retreat, fighting weakness, 210 HP, basic. Not bad. Drampa. So Drampa just has Call for Family. If you don't know what that does, I guess you're new here. Just search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon. Put them in your put them onto your bench. Simple. Spiral Rush. Flip coin until you get tails. 30 more each for the heads. Okay, so we have Escape Rope. We looked over that. Each player just switches their active with one of their bench. You do not get to choose your opponent's Pokemon. They don't get to choose yours. All right, Vitality Jar. On Escape Rope's an item, by the way. So, yeah. Vitality Jar. This is a single strike trainer. Choose up to 2 single strike energy cards from your discard pile, reveal them, and shuffle them into your deck. That is going to be essential, obviously, for single strike decks. Camping Gear, we've looked over. Play this card, your turn ends. Search your deck for a card and put it in your hand. Shuffle your deck. Get you set up for next turn, especially if that's the first one you got. All right, so we haven't seen these really since the technical machines or the magma machines or whatever you want to call them. Single strike scroll, Raging Scroll. That's this card right here. Pokemon tool attached to one of your Pokemon that doesn't already have a tool attached. Okay. The single strike Pokemon this card is attached to can use the attack on this card. Still need the necessary energy to use it. So for a fighting energy, Fury, 10 plus damage. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. That is cool. That is really cool that they're doing this. So your Urshifu can still use some decent attacks. I have so many ideas swimming through my head for this set. I really do. Get ready for the videos to come because they are gonna. Oh my god, they're gonna be great. I love the fact that they're doing something different and adding a new mechanic that it desperately needs. Okay, so we got Experience Share tool. When your Pokemon is knocked out, when your active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, you can move a basic energy card from that Pokemon to the Pokemon this card is attached to. So that's not bad. Put it on a bench, build them up after they get knocked out. So we got Bruno. We've already talked about him. He's a single strike supporter. And it just says draw 4, shuffle your hand, draw 4. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out, you could draw 7. Knocked out last turn, you could draw 7. We have Phoebe here. It'd be really cool if they showed the I think it was Phoebe where there's a chair in her room and there's like a ghost girl sitting on the chair. That would have been cool. During this turn, damage from the attacks of your Pokemon VMAX aren't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So if they say you can't attack them, you just play Phoebe and you're good. As long as you have a VMAX. Mustard Single Strike Dance. Alright, so it's a supporter, single strike supporter. You can only play this card if it's the last card in your hand. Search your deck for a single strike Pokemon and put it onto your bench, then draw 5. Whew. I mean, there's a way to get a low hand. That would be really cool. Alright, so Tower of Darkness. There's your Tower of Darkness stadium card. Single strike stadium. So now even a stadium can have a fighting style. Once during their turn, once during each player's turn, each player may discard a single strike card from their hand and draw 2. Huh. That's not bad. All right, so here's Single Strike Energy. So here's the funny thing with this, right? Single Strike Energy. You can also use Stone Energy, and you're good. Is this a dual energy? Tell me this is a dual energy. We used to have those, like, way back when. While attached to a Pokemon, this card provides a dark and a fighting energy. Yo! Oh, but provides only 1 energy at a time. Well, yeah, obviously. I read that wrong. Attacks from the Pokemon this card is attached to do 20 more damage to your opponent's active. Oh my god. Play it with Stone Energy. You resist and you do more. Oh, there's so many ideas floating through my head. You don't even know. Alright, so now this is going into the Rapid Strike Master translations. Bellsprout, nothing to write home about. Weeping Bell, you can evolve. You can use this card to evolve, and you can leave your opponent's active Pokemon burned and poisoned. Nothing really big. Sorry, let me show the art. What? I don't even want to know. All right. Weeping Bell and Victory Bell. I actually really like that. That is cool. All right, Kricketune V we've talked about already. So he's not... I don't think people are saying he'll see play. I don't really think he's going to see too much play, to be fair. He's a weaker Crobat. I'm sorry. He draws until he has 3, and if he's in the active, you could draw 4. It's until you have 4, or you can draw until you have 3 if he's on the bench. That's what I meant. Sorry. That's his ability, too. I don't think he's going to see a lot of play, personally. We got Cherubi. Adorable. We have Cherim here. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a grass energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, except Pokemon with a rule box. Well, I think I'm going to play Cherim instead of Zarude for Orbeetle if I keep playing Orbeetle. That's not that bad. I'll take that. We have Carnivine here. He has a Rapid Strike. So looks like he's going to be part of the Rapid Strike series, all depending on if he's good. I mean, we don't know. Bug Bite, 30 damage. Defending Pokemon can't retreat. Triple Whip for 3 energies. You can do a max of 180 if you get 3 heads. That's weak. Yeah, that's not that good. Fomantis. I like that. That's cute. I like that. Lurantis. That is a really good action shot. And then we have Tapu Bulu. Tapus always have pretty decent stuff. Nature's Judgment, 80 plus 80 for the rule of discarding all energy attached to him. That is not worth it. Unless you have, obviously, Cherim out, but you can do a lot more damage than 160 on Tapu Bulu if you play somebody else. So, yeah, don't play him. Blipbug, the most useless Pokemon in the world. Moving on. There's Victini V. We've talked about Victini V on the channel before, but yeah, it's not the worst. It's not the worst because, to be fair, V Bullet for 1 fire can do 60 to a Pokemon V as long as they're a Pokemon V, and it'll do 120 to a Zacian right off the bat, like first turn. That would put so much pressure on that Zacian where they got to use a Malolana next turn, and you can really trap them. But here is the part where you have to worry. Victini VMAX. That's where you got to worry. So Spreading Flames is his first attack, 1 colorless energy. Attach up to 3 fire energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. And then you have Victory Max for a fire and a colorless, 100 plus 120 if your opponent's active Pokemon is a V. Insanity. He is going to see play in pretty much every fire deck, I can guarantee it. Heatmore. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Art. Bellow Burner. Wow. 70 damage base, and then flip 2 coins for each heads. Discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Or not great, but not... Yeah. Not bad, but not great. Yeah, there you go. Sizzlipede, a little clay art. I like that. It looks like it's squash clay. I watch a guy on YouTube who does squash clay stuff. It's pretty cool. Send to Scorch. Oh, that looks sinister. I love that. So his ability, Overheater. As long as this Pokemon is in play, whenever your opponent flips heads for a burned Pokemon in between turns, that Pokemon remains burned. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even... Just don't even flip. It's fine. Because they remain burned. It doesn't matter. Horsey. Oh, his Centosaurus's attack isn't really that good. Horsey. Getting back to basics with Smokescreen. Like it. Seadra. Doesn't really do anything. Kingdra, however. That is a pretty cool art. I like that. The ability is Lord of the Ocean Depths. That is probably not the translation, but we'll go with it. That's his ability. When your active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, you may choose any number of water energy attached to that Pokemon and move them to this Pokemon. Not bad. Not bad at all. And then Aqua Burst, 40 times the number of water energy attached to this Pokemon. Not bad. I like how they work hand in hand. This is going to be... I think the Galarian Mr. Mime that people are going to play in Mad Party from now on. For find, search your deck for an item card, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. I feel like that's what people are going to use. Galarian Mr. Rhyme, sorry. Ball juggling, 10 plus 40 for each ball that you discard from your hand. Each item with ball in their name. That's pretty neat. So you use, what is it? There's another Pokemon, Yamper, searches for ball stuff. So you run Yamper along with Galarian Mr. Rhyme. There you go. That would be a pretty neat deck to see. We got Remoraid, who is a Rapid Strike. I really like that. The balancing he's doing there with a rock, a stick, a rock, and a rock. That's pretty cool. Looks like he's had prior success. Wait, that's an Octillery. I thought that was a buoy or some shit. Look at all the rocks. That's pretty cool. I like that. But his card doesn't reflect that card. That'd be cool if it did. So Rapid Strike Octillery. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Rapid Strike card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck, and you can't use more than one Rapid Strike search ability each turn. So they kind of nerfed that right away. Not bad, though. He can use Air Balloon, but I know I say that with every retreat cost Pokemon, but it's true. We have Corphish here. Pretty basic artwork. Like it. Crawdaunt, ready to Bubble Beam the hell out of somebody. I don't know who. Not really that good, though. They're not that great. Empoleon V, however. Rapid Strike Pokemon. 210 HP, water Pokemon. His ability, Emperor's Eyes. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's basic Pokemon in play have no abilities except for a Pokemon with a rule box. Right there is your Zacian stopper. Right there. Empoleon V is your Zacian stopper. That's insanity. They just gave you away right away to stop Zacian. That's great. Just Empoleon stops Zacian from getting set up. All you got to do is build up a back guy really quick. Keep him out. Zacian takes a while to build up after that. And then bring up your guy to just completely knock him out. I can see Empoleon V being played one in every deck. Or maybe two. I honestly could. Until Zacian is no longer in play anymore. Like, I could see it happening. We have Frillish. That's terrifying. Jellicent. Oh my god. It's just weird looking. So the attack, 2 water sink is the attack. I guess. It says sink. All it says is sink. And this attack does 10 damage times the number of water energy in your discard pile. Bruxish doesn't really do anything. Pre-release Pokemon. We have Shanks, Rapid Strike. Doesn't do much, but let's see what his evolutions do. 1 Lightning Jump Kick. You can choose an opponent's Pokemon. It does 30 damage to one of them. Okay. Let's see Luxray. Luxray is still a Rapid Strike. We have Electric Slide. Does 40 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. And then Scarbeat. Lightning and a colorless. 100 plus 100 if your opponent's active Pokemon has any damage counters on it. I can see this being used a lot. Like with Galarian Zigzagoon and stuff. I could see that being used. We have Pachirisu. Find a friend. You just search your deck for a Pokemon and put it in your hand. Okay. Then we have Baltoy. Self-destruct. He kills himself to kill you, I guess. And right here, Claydol. We've talked about him on the channel. I have an idea with Claydol. But his power split, you can just attach a psychic energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like until the total number of energy attached to your Pokemon is the same as the total number of energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. So you can really get back at him for using a bunch of Welders and Zacian's Intrepid Blade. We have Necrozma V. That is really cool. That looks cool. I like the rainbow that they gave here. Like the prismatic thing. That's pretty cool. 220 Prism Ray, 20 damage. This attack does 20 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon as well. So it looks like it does 60 altogether, but just 20 to 2 of your opponent's bench. And 20 as a base damage. And it looks like they brought back Special Laser, 100 damage plus 120 if he has any special energy attached to him. So you can use horror energy to work with that, I guess. We have Dottler, evolves from Blipbug. Radar, you can just rearrange top 4 cards of your deck any way you want. The Overheater we've already looked at. You just search for the Evo Control. You just search your deck for a stage 2 and put it onto your bench. So for each energy attached to him, you can search your deck for a stage 2, excluding Overheater, and put it onto your bench. And it doesn't say to evolve one of your Pokemon. It literally just says put it onto your bench. So I could see it being used as long as that translation remains the same, and that's the ruling on it. So we have Onix. He's getting ready to take a nap, it looks. That is a cute Onix. I like that. 170 does 60 to himself. That's not really worth it. For 5 energies? Yeah, that's not worth it. That's not worth it. We got Cubone holding on to his bone. And Marowak getting ready to use his bone to beat the hell out of somebody. Battle armor, damage on this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 30. Run him with Stone Energy, and he can really survive some good hits. Fighting in colors, Bone Meringue. 90 times 90 for each heads you get when you flip 2 coins. Not bad. Timber, just getting ready to build something, it looks. Girder. Oh my god. That's a terrifying looking art, Jesus. And then we have Conkeldurr, whatever you want to call it. Just if they're defending, if your defending Pokemon is an evolved Pokemon, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. So it shuts down evolutions pretty well for a fighting in 2 colorless, and it only does 90. So yeah, fighting 2 colorless isn't too bad. For 2 fighting 2 colorless, Mega Punch 150. We have Mindfu, which is a rapid strike, doing the split there. That looks like it's painful. Hopefully it's a girl Mindfu. It's a rapid strike. Doesn't do much, but we have Mind Xiao here. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck for Spinning Whip. I really think Single Strike is taking it home as the best battle style for this first set. Like, I really think so. Sandaconda, nothing. I'm sorry, that's Silicobra. I'm sorry, geez. Silicobra, Sandaconda here. Sand Cannon, discard the top 6 cards. Discard 6 cards from the top of your deck. This attack does 60 damage for each fighting energy card you discarded in that way. Or in this way, so that's it's whatever. We have Rapid Strike Phalanx. Rapid Strike formation, 20 times 20 for each of your Rapid Strike Pokemon in play, so it would do a max of 120, because you can only have 5 bench and then him in play. We have Rapid Strike Urshifu. So 220, fighting Pokemon V. Psychic Weakness to retreat. For 1 fighting energy strafe, 30. You may switch this Pokemon with one of your bench, and then for 2 fighting in a colorless, 100 Furious Blows, which is 150. But this is the one we want to know about. The VMAX Rapid Strike Urshifu. 330 HP for a fighting Pokemon. For 1 fighting energy Gale Thrust, 30 damage base. If this Pokemon is moved from your bench to the active spot during this turn, this attack does 120 more damage. Considering they can work with Air Balloon, and you could just use Switch, there's 8 ways to get them out and move them around. I could see people being able to do 150 every single turn with that. For 1 energy, by the way. Gmax Rapid Flow, 2 fighting, 1 colorless. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 120 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. You want to use that when you're about to win the game if you can knock somebody out on the bench. That's what you want to do. Steelix. Basic art. I don't like that. They could have done way more with Steelix there. Nothing to write home about. Way too many energy to even talk about, really. It does 200 damage. If you can get 5 energy on him, good luck. He can work with buff padding, too, to give him 240 HP, but you can do a lot more damage for less. Pawniard, Sword Stance is the first attack for a colorless, and then for a metal, you can do 70 more damage with Slash. if you use Swords Dance before. So, but Slash's basic base damage is 10. And then here is Bisharp, the Power Ranger of the Pokemon world. And Steel Cut is what we really want to look at here. Metal to colorless. 90 plus 90 if your opponent's active Pokemon is a metal Pokemon. And we have Corviknight V coming out as a metal Pokemon. It wasn't last few sets, if he's been out last few sets. Wasn't he colorless or was he steel? I can't remember. I think he was steel. Metal, 30 damage. Clutch. The defending Pokemon can't retreat during your next turn. That's not bad. 1 retreat cost. And then for Sky Hurricane, 2 metal, 1 colorless. 190. This Pokemon can't use Sky Hurricane during your next turn. He's not great, but we have a VMAX Corviknight. His ability, Luster Body. Prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities done to this Pokemon. That's pretty good. That's big. That's big. It's not really that big. The abilities really don't affect the defending Pokemon a lot. Like Orbeetle VMAX, you can prevent 1 damage being done to you. But he has no retreat. This VMAX has no retreat. I think that's the first VMAX we've had that has no retreat cost. So Gmax Hurricane for 2 metal, 1 colorless, 240, and he can't use Gmax Hurricane during your next turn. So not that great. We have Glameow here. Nothing. He doesn't have Catter Day, so we're good. We don't have to go over it. But the Perugly has Catter Day, and you draw 3 cards. If you do, this Pokemon is now asleep, and then Claw Slash can do 120. If you have the Catter Day deck set up, you can do 120 for free. A retreat cost of 3, so you can't use buff padding. We have Bouffalant. Sap Sipper. This Pokemon's attacks do an additional 60 damage to your opponent's grass Pokemon. Whereas Head Charge, already does 120. You can do 180 for 3 energy, and he does 30 to himself. But, like, Grass isn't that powerful. It may be more powerful this coming set, but wow, it's crazy. Indeedee as a colorless with a Sinistea in there. I love that. Sinistea and Indeedee. That's pretty cool. He has an attack for Hand Kinesis for a twin energy, so 2 colorless. 10 times 10 for the number of cards in your hand. And his first attack, you could draw 2 cards. It's called Collect for 1 colorless. Billowing Fan. This is a Rapid Strike trainer. It's an item card. Return a special energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon to the bottom of your opponent's deck. Yo, that could be fun. With all the special energy stuff coming out, that could be fun. Energy Recycler. We've had Energy Recycler before. You just shuffle 5 cards from your discard pile on your deck. 5 basic energies. 5 basic energies from your discard into your deck. Level Ball makes a return. So anybody with level balls from previous sets, you could still use it, it looks, because it's the same thing. You just search your deck for a Pokemon with a 90 HP or less, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. And he's a trainer. We've seen Tool Jammer. I'm sorry, not used. We've seen Tool Jammer on here before, on the channel before. Basic rundown: your opponent's tools stop working. Your opponent's active tools stop working. So if their active Pokemon has a tool on it, it stops working. You get it. So we have Rapid Strike Scroll, Whirlpool Scroll. This is the Rapid Strike item here. And, oh gosh, okay. So the Rapid Strike Pokemon can still use the attack on this card. You still need to meet the requirements. Means you need a fighting and 2 colorless. Whirlpool Dream. This attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. They have spread. Oh, they have spread. Oh, jeez. That's crazy. All right, Karina's Motivation. Draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. Rapid Strike Trainer. Mustard Rapid Strike Stance. Pause here. Return. All right, so you can play this card if it's the only card left in your hand. Put a Rapid Strike Pokemon from your discard pile into your bench, then draw 5. That's a pretty good one. I'll give him that. That's a pretty good supporter. Okay. We have Cheryl. If I'm correct, that was Sinnoh, right? She was from Sinnoh. You helped her through Eternal Forest, if I'm correct. Heal all damage from your evolution Pokemon, from each of your evolution Pokemon, then discard all energy attached to the Pokemon you healed in this way. We have Tower of Waters. We're coming to the end. This is the last 2 cards. Our Rapid Strike Stadium. The retreat cost of each Rapid Strike Pokemon in play is 2 colorless less low. Yo, okay. That's big. That's big. That's big. Wow, that's big. All right, so we have Rapid Strike Energy. This is what it looks like. It looks like it'll provide a water and a fighting. I love that they're doing the dual type energies. While this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides a water and fighting energy, but only provides 2 energies at a time. So instead of getting an effect with it like the other one does, the single strike energy, it just provides 2. So I think they're about even. I think they did a decent job with balancing this. But yeah, that looks like that'll be it. Not a lot of strong game-changing Vs in this set, but I'm still excited for everything that you can do with this new tech that they're throwing in here. This new type of idea that they're trying to work with, and I hope it works, and I hope it stays. I really like it. I really like it. I can't wait to work with it. New mechanics are always fun. But that'll be it. It is my 6-year anniversary of being with my wife. Well, dating my wife. So today was our first date. So I'm going to get going. I smell dinner getting ready, and it smells really good. So yeah, with that being said, thank you for visiting the 9th Gym Leader. Have a good day, guys.